4th graders, and welcome to your Friday Spiral Review answers. Now, if you have not already put your name right here in the top, please make sure that you go ahead and do this because you will be turning this in to the completed work bin. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Cecil and Robin were at the water park at Lake Gaston. There were 3 water slides, and each slide had about 50 people waiting in line. So 3 water slides, and each of those water slides had about 50 people waiting in line. About how many people were waiting to go on the water slide? So this is a water slide with 50 people, this is a water slide with 50 people, and this is a water slide with about 50 people. Or you could have said 50 times 3. And that, boys and girls, is the answer of B, 150 people. Okay? All right, let's go down to the next question. Question 19. Mrs. Chen had 52 file folders. Maria saw 4 boxes of file folders. How many file folders must be in each box if each box contains an equal number of folders? So she has a total of 52 file folders, and she saw 4 boxes of file folders. So how many of those 52 are in each of those boxes? So we know that we have a total of 52, and we've got a box here, we've got a box here, here, and here, and we want to know how many is in each of those folders, and it must be equal. So this is a division problem of 52 divided by 4, okay? Now you may be looking at that saying, I don't know how to do 52 divided by 4, but I can do 4 times something until I get up to 52. Well, I know that 4 times 10 is 40, so I can keep going on until I get to 52. 4 times 11 is 44. 4 times 12, just skip count by 4 more, is 48. And 4 times 13, 48 plus 4 is 52. So how many file folders must be in each box? 13. So the answer for this problem is B, 13. All right, let's go to the next page. Let's look at this question. Question number 20. Cassandra bought 71 bottles of water for her 6 friends who were running in a marathon race. If she divided the bottles equally among her friends, how many bottles would Cassandra have left for herself? So she's got a total of 71 bottles, and she's got 6 friends, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we want to know how many each friend would get, but then we want to find out how many would be left over for herself. So this is another division problem of 71 divided by 6. Now we can go on and make this a multiplication problem to solve, since multiplication is easier for us. And we can say 6 times what gets us close to 71? Well, we'll go ahead and start with our friendly number of 10. 6 times 10 equals 60. 6 times 11 equals 66. 6 times 12, 66 plus 6 more is 72. But does she have 72 bottles? No, she only has 71 bottles. So we know that each friend is going to get 11 bottles because 11 times 6 is 66. But now we want to see how many that she's going to have left for herself. So we want to say 71 minus 66. And when you subtract that problem out, you get the answer of 5. So Cassandra will have 5 bottles left for herself. The answer to that is D. All right, let's go to the next question. The next question says, Cathy took 36 photographs on a vacation. She wants to put them into a photo album. In her photo album, 8 photographs completely fill up a page. So she took 36 pictures, and in her photo album, she can get 8 of those pictures on each page. How many pages will Cathy completely fill with photographs, and how many photographs will she have left over to put on the last page? This is once again a division problem of 36 divided by 8 equals what? So let's turn this into problems that we know. So 8 times what gets me close to 36? Well, if I do 8 times 10, that gets me way too many. That would be 80, okay? So we need to go smaller. Let's go smaller than 10. Let's go 5. 8 times 5, that gives me 40. Well, that's too many than 36. So let's do 8 times 4. So we know 8 times 5 is 40, and 40 minus 4, or excuse me, 40 minus, yes, 40, 8 times 5 is 40, and then we want to know, well, I've got to count back 8 more because we're doing 8 groups. And so 40 minus 8 is 32. And 32 gets us close to 36 without going over. So we know that she has 4 pages that are completely full, but they also want to know how many does she have left over? Well, when we did by 4, we got 32, but she has 36 pictures. So now we have to say 36 minus 32, and that gives us 4 as well. So she has 4 pictures left over. So let's go through our choices and see which one is the best answer. She can completely fill 4 pages, well, we know that, and have 2 photographs left for the last page. That's not right. She can completely fill 4 pages and have 3 photographs left for the last page. That's not right. She can fill 4 pages and have 4 photographs left for the last page. And that is correct. So the correct answer for this problem is C. Now let's go to our last page. Our last question, last page. Mr. Davis handed out 26 thermometers for his class to use in a science activity. When he collects the thermometers, he will store them in containers. He can only place 3 thermometers in each container. Okay, so he has 26, and he's going to put them back in containers, but he can only put 3 in a container. How many containers does Mr. Davis need to hold all 26 of those thermometers? And this, again, is a division problem. Or you could keep adding 3 over and over until you get close to 26. Let's divide. So 26 thermometers divided into groups of 3, and let's see what we get. Let's turn it into a multiplication problem. So 3 times what gets me close to 26? Well, if I said 3 times 10 groups, that gets me 30, which is too many. 3 times 9 groups gets me 27, which is too many. But what about 3 times 8? Well, 3 times 8 is 24. Well, that only helps me take care of 24 thermometers, putting them in 8 containers. But it says it wants to know how many does he need to hold all of the 26 thermometers, how many containers. Well, we know that 8 of those containers will have 3 in them each, and that'll take care of 24 thermometers. But that only is 24 thermometers. We need the other 2. So we need to add another container so that we will have all 26 thermometers taken care of. But in that last container, there's only going to be 2 thermometers. So the answer to this problem is 9. D, 9 containers. All right, so like I said, make sure you have your name on the top of your paper, and then when you're finished with this, go ahead and put it in the completed work bin.